On day 114 with her Ellen DeGeneres photo challenge, Kate St. Peter! Keep clapping!
Thank you for coming out. This is real. Well, welcome to Catching Up with Kate. That was my theme song. I don't know if any of you guys watch Parks and Recreation, but that's Leslie Knope's campaign song. Leslie Knope 2012. Yeah. So first of all, I want to start off by bragging. I was excused from classes today because I told my professors, I was like, yeah, well, I have the show, and I'm gonna be famous someday. So they're like, oh yeah, don't worry about coming to class. And I was like, okay. So for all of you, you guys are lucky who don't have class tomorrow. I'm jealous. I do have class tomorrow, and I'm not excused from those. But yeah. So I suppose we should just give a quick intro. Thank you for coming. We have some really good guests tonight. We have Jen DeBarrow, the Director of Residential Education and Housing. Also, we have a musical performance by Joel Wentz and one of the great student leaders on campus, Kyle Cornell. They will all be joining us tonight. Woo! Anyway. Thank you. So, I figured I'd share a story of something that happened during the week. And then another story that's something that just happened to me. The first one was very tragic, and there were a lot of witnesses, and it's kind of sad. I was, as a studious student I am, I take an advanced studies class. Yes. And the class is called Woman in the Environment, as I'm an environmental major. And so I was giving a PowerPoint presentation, and I was reading a direct quote off the slide because I did not want to mess it up. So as I'm reading the quote, I'm looking on the side here, and we're talking about wind currents going from like evaporating and then moving over into cooler areas and then falling back to the floor of the earth, that is. And there are the organisms that were like floating up. I don't even remember why I was saying that, but I was reading the quote to look pretty studious. So as I'm reading it, just imagine this long quote on the PowerPoint here. And it says, the orgasms and... Yeah, it happens. And I just looked, and it was really awkward. It was, like, I don't know, it could have been worse. There was only one guy in the class, but still. It was so awkward that I had to relive it again right now. But another thing that, this is just a life lesson that I've learned. When I came to college, I thought I was pretty good with knowing people's names. I was like, oh yeah, I know them. Yeah, why not? Like, whatever. So, how many of you here do you know my roommate Colleen? Okay, yeah. Okay, good. So Colleen and I go way back to last year, and I know. So that wasn't even meant to be funny. We go way back to last year, and so like I've known her. It was like the first couple weeks of school, and I'm like, oh hey Colleen, what's going on? Like, you know, I'm talking to her or whatever. And second week of school comes, and you know, we're just hanging out in the lounge, and I was like, oh Colleen, do you want to come to DeCary with us for dinner or whatever? And another girl on the floor goes, you know her name's Shannon, right? And I was like, oh. Wow, and that's my roommate. Nice to meet you, Shannon. So I finally got used to calling her Shannon rather than Colleen, and I guess it's just like a sneak peek of how awkward my life can be. You know, calling someone who you now live with for the first 2 weeks you know them, the completely wrong name. And I didn't even know anyone named Colleen. I blame it on the fact that maybe I met someone the same day that's name is Colleen, but no, I did not. So that's just it. But I guess we're going to move on to our first segment. It's awkward family photos. I'm sure you all know of awkward family photos and how great they can be. So why don't we go to the next first one? This one's pretty cool. I don't know if you can really see it that well. I'm sorry for those over there who are maybe blocking. You know, maybe, no, I'll sit. This is the family, and you're like, oh, the kids are looking in different ways. But you see up top, they're posing like Mount Rushmore. They're all looking in the same direction as the statue in the background. Go to the next one. This is another good one. You're never too old to be a princess. Seriously, that is the original Cinderella. She played the voice in the Disney's movie. No, she didn't, but still. I think it was her birthday rather than the little girl's. But the next one is just one that, oh my god, the first family photo. And it is as awkward as could be. I don't know if that's like marker or face paint or belly paint. I don't really know. So, and then this last one, oh, that's my family. That's me. In my prime, might I say. I don't know when this was, but I was coming across it, and I was like, I guess that could count as an awkward family photo. You know, front and center, as always, with the Dragon Flag t-shirt on. I still have it. No, I don't, but still. That's my family, and so that's it for the awkward family photos. I really don't know how to segue into things yet, so da-da-da-da.